People are very comfortable dating.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up with Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And it's the Sixers to start out. And the Sixers expecting third overall pick, VJ Edgecombe, to contribute right from the jump shots.
He's quiet, but man, does he have game. And he's a draft premier athlete. He's a two-way player, a high-character guy as well. And this backcourt in Philadelphia is loaded. But trust me, he's something different. He's on a mission.
And coming into the season, MP was very open about his motivation. He wants to prove he's the best rookie in the class.
We know full well how much hype there was behind MP coming into this league, and he was bold to suggest in public that he wants to be the best in his rookie class. And so far, MP hasn't let us down one bit. He's been electrifying and living up to his word.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. And it's Bona in at the five, roaming the paint. For the latest news on MP, let's hear from Allie LaForce on our sideline.
Thank you. Well, we've seen glimpses of greatness from this year's rookie class, and tonight we have a couple of interesting rookies going head-to-head. I asked asked MP about the matchup, he said his goal is to become the best of his entire group. He's taking that on as a very personal challenge. Guys, you have to like that determination.
All right, thanks for the report. He's as competitive as they come. And Shams, you're on TV probably more than ever. Is that challenging? I mean, how often do you have to shave every day?
Yeah, BA, I always got to be camera ready. And in season, particularly with the Luka Doncic play, that happened so late at night that I knew at 11 p.m. Central Time I had to be ready. And for me, of course, interacting with my sources and getting information is one thing, but being TV ready, being ready to be on camera, it keeps me busier than ever. I know I have to be ready 24/7, 365.
You always look good, Shams. You're always ready for TV, man.
BA, I'm just trying to be like you, man.
Pass to Wilson. Outside Porter. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. MP looking around. 6 to shoot. And he's one for the lob. Alley-oop up top. Hammer it home.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's Edgecombe, covered by MP. It's George on the wing. Out to the right wing. Takes a three. Rebound Brooklyn. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
These teams split the season series last year, neither making an impact in the conference overall.
George sets a screen. For three, Maxey. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, Regional Sports Network, with cord-cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
Claxton passes to MP, and they waste no time getting those 3 points back. MP's got 5 points.
Great initiative from MP. You knew he was coming for revenge.
Down low, tipped, and stolen by Claxton. Pass to Cassell. The ball's knocked loose. Fast break, here comes Philadelphia. Here's Bowen, and the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Yeah, I like the way that Edgecombe plays. He looks for others first. A rare trait for a rookie.
MP, a screen on Maxey. Here's Cassell. Drives to the hoop. They get it back. Claxton passes to Wilson. MP right side. It's rebounded by Edgecombe.
The defense really made this an uphill battle, and he just couldn't get there.
Over MP. Oh, MP with a block.
A phenomenal block by MP. You just can't afford to throw anything weak around him.
Grimes, he's checked in for Oubre. Outside Maxey. They set the pick. From behind the arc. Philadelphia with another miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Attacking with reckless abandon. MP going all out on that drive.
Philadelphia leading by 3. To the paint. Here's Edgecombe. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. MP, no good.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
And the shot counts. He's fouled. And it... Even as the NBA enters the first year of its lucrative new broadcasting deal, Shams, still plenty of fixation on the ratings.
Yeah, BA, and we've heard directly from the league that it's part of the culture of the NBA to be self-critical. I mean, you look at the growth of the NBA year over year, perhaps that restlessness is part of the reason why the league is thriving in a lot of ways. They're going to continue to find innovative ways, whether it's through TV deals, innovations in social media, innovations with other platforms, continue to get the NBA out there.
Well, one thing we know, they listen and they never stand still. Timon out there with MP. Then it's Nicholas Claxton. Then it's Cam Thomas. And it's Wilson in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. Porter Jr., he's checked in for Brooklyn. Oubre passes to Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. There's the 3. Cassell with a rebound. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Down by 12. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Atlanta.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything they couldn't get from their starters, they got from their reserves.
For a number of reasons, depth seems to become more important every year.
The Sixers lead by 12. And almost all of the lottery picks in this year's draft coming out of college. Shams, what's changed over the years?
Yeah, these players in college are making so much money. In some ways, players that are going back to school at times are making just as much, if not more money than they would if they're being drafted. So the NIL money at play is the biggest story. Players no longer have to necessarily sacrifice their earnings. They can get the exposure. They can get the college experience, the big tournament. Also, they can get the big bag, the nice pocket change as well. So whether you stay in college or go to the NBA draft, whether you want to stay abroad, but in most cases enter college basketball, there's a lot of money there in NIL.
Game's popular as ever. Nets trail by 10. Outside Maxey. The kick out to Edwards. Philadelphia moving it around. Up top, Maxey. He had a 30-point outing in their last game against Boston.
Okay, look, when you play aggressively, you can really get to the line. Just ask him.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Powell, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bonus checked in for the Sixers. Paul George comes in for Grimes. Outside Maxey. Powell against George. To snap the cold streak. There's a screen. Just 5 on the clock. The Sixers again can't hit.
Well, despite some uneven shooting for them, they're still out in front.
Shams, I know you've had discussions with Commissioner Adam Silver about the league possibly expanding into Europe. Where does that stand?
Well, it's fluid, VA, and Commissioner Adam Silver and other league officials have been very clear to me. It's a process that's going to be measured in years, not necessarily months. There's definitely a sense they want to better serve those fans in Europe, start their own league out there that's NBA affiliated. And that's something the NBA is much more further along in exploring in the days, weeks, and months ahead, as opposed to expansion immediately.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
The 3 from Edgecombe. That shot off. Good D by MP. Pass to Porter. For 3. It's a three-pointer. Now just a 5-point 76ers lead.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
Maxey surveying the D. And the bucket is good. Maxey's got 5 points.
Continuing to work, no give from Maxey, even amongst the bigs.
All right, Shams, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, BA. Thank you.
Well, that was fun having Shams sit in with us. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for the inside scoop, head coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
2 shots.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA...
The previous play is under review.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Nets trail by 7. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Well, when you win the battle of turnovers, you typically win the battle of possessions. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Philadelphia 76ers.
One thing that stands out is the care factor. They're protecting the ball like it's a newborn. I love you, little baby.
Nice. And now that we have a second here, let's check out the injury report for this squad.
The Sixers getting bit by the injury bug. It's a challenge playing without Embiid. Not just on the offensive end, but the rim protection.
No doubt, one of the game's great players. Injury is the only thing that can slow him down. Appreciate you joining us.
Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. MP really making a difference here.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
And the 76ers looking at who they've got. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Paul George out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's Bona in at the center position. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his vocal skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Back to you.
Thank you, Allie.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out. A little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. RJ, looking back at the trade that sent Durant from the Nets to the Suns, what a deal for Brooklyn.
Yeah, it was 4 first-round picks and a swap from the Suns. Also, the Nets got Mikal Bridges, who they shipped to the Knicks for 5 more first-rounders. Now that's how you reboot a team.
Philadelphia leading by 7. The three from Edgecombe. Wide open look. Tries again. And that one's good. Bona's got 4 points in the quarter.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point. But it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter. But, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim. You know, it's no secret that MP is a confident guy. But what I really like is that most of the time he lets his play do the talking for him.
Here's Maxey. Cash money on the open jump shot. Maxey's got 9 points.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
To the middle. And stolen by Claxton. MP with it. 13 points in the game.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Outside Maxey. Pass to Edgecombe. From downtown. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it. You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. George with it. Now guarded by MP. Pass to Wilson. MP against Oubre. And the Nets miss again.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Outside Maxey. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nets trail by 10. Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
Kicks it to George. 3-pointer. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Bona. Philadelphia moving it around. Here's Edgecombe. No good there. Oh, great D that time from MP.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolutely terrible shooting display. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup. For his players. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything.
Oh, my. His growth.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Philadelphia with another miss.
He made a 3 back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his stroke.
They've got Powell, Dimon out there with MP. Then it's Nicholas Claxton, and it's Wilson in at the 4-man position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. On the wing, MP tries to break his ice, and MP throws it down.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. George outside for 3. Oh, it doesn't go.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Here's MP. Oh, he can't get the layup.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the 76ers.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
Yeah, another thing they did well was feed the ball into the paint. They really utilized their size there tonight.
And the Nets make making a change here. Porter Jr.'s checked in. And so it looks like it'll be Philadelphia ball. Now George.
MP has already learned an important lesson in this league. Make every one of your opponent's shot a tough one.
Nice job. By MP, converting it tight.
What a bucket for MP. He's so hungry to own these big moments.
Here's Maxey. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter here. He's off from three. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. That's all.
Well, some trips you get the shot you want, it just doesn't fall. I go back to him in that area on the floor.
Now George. Now here's Maxey. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Porter. This lead is up for grabs.
Yeah, each possession has an importance.
MP. Good slam by MP.
Pressure is a privilege. Critical shot from MP. This kid does not feel anything.
Maxey using the glass to lay it in.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's MP. Outside Maxey. Misses the three. Huge moment here.
Have to stay calm in these situations.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the top.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2.
And what jumps out about VJ Edgecombe is his defensive abilities, because that's what can be difficult to teach. He's already a very potent force on that side of the ball. Big time bucket to put him in front. Now they've got to put everything into their D and come up with a big stop.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
It's always interesting to see what play a coach has saved for a situation like this.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Outside Maxey. From downtown, the triple drop.
I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
And Jordy Fernandez calls timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
I would honestly attempt to get the ball near the rim, because even if the shot doesn't fall, a quick putback will suffice. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. How do you think this is going to play out?
They've got just enough time for a catch and shoot, but it needs to be immediate.
So it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
And now let's catch up with Dominic Hamill.
Great game tonight, MP, but you had to overcome a hot start from your first-year counterpart. Talk to me.
Yeah, we were really fortunate to get this win tonight. They definitely came out strong. it's like you said, their top rookie was on fire. He made us pay, boy. But we had to dig deep for something to get the stops we wanted, and we did that, and we got the win. Hey, my team, they
back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Dom. Well, folks, that's good.
About game time, when the pain time.
Their stride in this early portion of the NBA season, Tim. Do you feel like you've hit your broadcasting rhythm yet?
I'm getting there, Kevin. You're making it easy for me. It's unbelievable. It's like playing with a great point guard for a shooter. You can't make it any easier. I've got my game notes down. I'm feeling good, but honestly, I think it's going to take everybody a few weeks before we really feel like we're in mid-season form.
Routine and rhythm are big parts, whether you're broadcasting or Tim on the floor.
But Kevin, wow, what a play! Unbelievable!
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
Johnson outside. Pass to Middleton. Johnson outside. A three-pointer, no good. Stops, pops, and the jumper falls for him.
And that's how you execute in the open floor. Great job by MP to get to his spot.
Here's Johnson. He gets it in there.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, the Wizards stacking talented young players and draft assets. Not only that, they'll have a ton of cap space next season, which they will likely not use to sign a star free agent, but rather to absorb contracts in exchange for, you guessed it, more draft picks. This front office is continuing to think long-term, guys.
Priorities straight. All right, Shams, we appreciate the report. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Love the defensive effort from Johnson to get that block. Definitely a part of his game that's been under construction.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild. Well, Sarr continues to develop that three-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
And taken away by Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Drives to the hoop. Here's Carrington. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Johnson for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Count that one. Cassell's got 10.
Well, he has dictated the tempo this entire quarter, getting basically whatever he wants offensively.
And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
Stolen by Middleton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Carrington. And they're able to recover. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
George dishes to Middleton. Back to George. Oh, good on the triple. The Nets with the lead. Here's MP. That one goes. Counted. 12 points for him.
Well, his team is up, and he's a big reason why. And it's a little easier to shoot when you know you've got an advantage on the scoreboard.
George finds Sarr. Johnson in the corner. Back to Sarr. And Sarr throws it down.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Cassell. Plays it up and banks it in.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
You know, GA, you just can't say enough about the skill set of young Trey Johnson.
This guy came into the league ready.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Post game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now.
The previous play is under review.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And replays. You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, I love the confidence. Keep shooting it. Eventually, he's got to start making some, right?
Cam Whitmore is out there with Johnson. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr, and it's George in at the 4-man position. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter, and now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
Here's MP. Both loose, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, that'll give them something to think about.
To the middle. Bounce pass, Claxton. Just 5 to shoot. MP with it. George picks him up. MP's shot is good.
No stress there from MP as he knocks it down with the shot clock expiring.
Down low. Here's Middleton. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's MP. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Wizards trail by 16. And a wide open look for Sarr. It's good from long range. Sarr's got 10 points in the game.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
A 3 from MP. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Wizards are letting their young guys learn on the fly. Guard Bub Carrington said, the whole organization communicates to us often. We drafted you guys for a reason, they say. Don't be scared to make a mistake. Play your game, use the things that got you here, and see if it sticks. Kevin, back to you.
Learning on the job. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Claxton against Sarr. Shots good by Middleton.
And with great positional size, Middleton knows how to do damage down low.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
DC family, welcome to the floor. Your Wizards High Squad.
Checked in for the Wizards. And the Nets making a change here as well. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Thomas. Here's Clowney. Last game he had 12. Yep, it counts. MP's got 23 points. 56 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Now Carrington. Still without a basket. Middleton can't get it to go.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
The kick out to Porter, and that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter.
Just didn't get his hands up in time on that one. They weren't on the same page there.
Wizards trail by 16. Johnson outside. Middleton against Porter. From the high post. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's MP. Here's Demon. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Nets lead by 16. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. In the NBA. They're thinking about the shot.
now looking at where we stand after 2 quarters, it has been a difficult game for the Wizards.
Big reason they're getting.
That is more than enough of us.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. Demon's out there with Cassell. And it's Claxton in at the 5, roaming the paint. Sarr sets the screen for Johnson. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. It's the Nets now. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. On the wing, MP. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Pass to Clowney. 6 on the shot clock. Back to MP. Driving to the basket. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Washington. Tim, this is going to hit home. I'm sorry about it, but it's going on 5 decades since the Washington Wizards have enjoyed a 50-win season.
Kevin, you're breaking my heart. A couple generations have passed. So if this rebuild requires some patience, fans in the DMV are saying, what's a few more years? And
throws it down.
And would you say the offense is coming around for Sarr? He is doing it all tonight.
There's a good screen. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Pass to Johnson. Good defense by MP.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And here we can check out the story for him. Wizards trail by 18. To the paint. Cassell grabs the miss.
you have to love his confidence, but you also need to read the situation.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. They set the pick to the inside. Clowney, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Wow, MP really learning how to run that pick and roll. That was nice.
Pass to Johnson. Now here's Middleton, guarded by Porter. Kicks it out to Johnson. Over MP. And again, Washington, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And with each miss, you can feel him pressing just a little bit more.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Outside, George. Pass to Middleton. Fires for three. The rebound by the Nets. Cassell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect.
And Key wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. MP really making a difference here.
Yeah, they needed that timeout. They're searching for answers right now, how to slow this guy down.
Pass to Whitmore. Now Middleton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Middleton's got 7 points in the game.
It's difficult trying to throw Middleton off his rhythm. Remarkable job staying with that shot.
Outside Thomas. Thomas off a pick from Cassell. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
11 seconds left in the third quarter. MP left side. It's stolen by Bagley.
Great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Nets, up by 15. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Whitmore is out there with Johnson. Then it's Bagley. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Kispert in at the 4 slot. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Johnson against Johnson. Pass to Kispert. Shot clock at 2. Middleton inside the 3-point line. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls.
No question Middleton can produce. He puts in a big effort on offense, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hammers the alley through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Back to Johnson. And it's Kispert in the corner. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open three.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Washington. A 17-point game. Middleton up top. In the corner, it's Whitmore. No good from outside. Brooklyn's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Kicks it out to Wilson. 3-pointer. Rebound, Washington.
I love those kind of looks as a player. Plenty of space and peace of mind to launch. Rarely see him that open.
Pass to Whitmore. The Wizards with another miss. Nets leading by 17. And taken away by Johnson. Here's Whitmore. Good work there as it goes.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Wizards. Sars checked in for Bagley. Keyshawn George comes in for Kispert. Johnson, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And Carlton Carrington subbed in for Johnson. Brooklyn leading by 15. Outside, Porter. Claxton, a screen on Johnson. MP kicks to Porter. Back to MP. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Cassell's got 34 points.
First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Claxton. MP with a screen on Johnson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Derek White and the Boston Celtics.
And looking at the schedule, it isn't ideal in terms of the upcoming games with the amount of quality teams they're going to be playing, but it's also a good chance for you to get some confidence and really see just how good you are.
And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh. And if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Buries the alley-oop.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Now, though, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now Zahn. Launches it. Claxton with the rebound.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way. Gets the ball inside and gets it done. Nice work by MP.
Outside, George. Middleton against Porter.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes.
Johnson right side. 4 on the clock. It's hauled in by MP. Cassell's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. The rebound by Carrington. Wizards trail by 20. Pass to Johnson. To the middle. It's tipped. Porter with the steal.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Brooklyn.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so with this win, they moved to 6 victories on the season.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
Well, offensively, he was about as locked in as you can be, and his team continued to find him.
Pass to Middleton. And George kicks to Johnson. Now Middleton, pocket 6. They need this. The Wizards with another miss.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. He's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
That's just great willpower on the part of MP. You can't let defenders think they can intimidate you.
And so Cassell nails both of them. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And the foul called on MP. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th. Johnson, the pass to Middleton. From downtown, that's good from Johnson on the assist by Middleton. Here's MP. Here's the teardrop. That one drops for him.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
As we send you over to Jennifer Quintana from the sideline.
The win was impressive. 40-plus points in the win, another level entirely. When did you know you were in the zone?
Woo! If you're living the right way, you wake up in the zone. My teammates and I were on the same wavelength already from the jump, so we stay there.
So you live in the zone then?
No, we are the zone. Jennifer Quintana, it does not exist without us.
Well then, congrats on another day in the zone, MP.
Hey, I like it here, so I appreciate you.
Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thanks, Jen. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.